Hi everyone, my name's Allison and I am your Vinted Value Mama. Today I'm going to be talking about the first 10 purchases I made when I started using Vinted. Now, um, let's just be honest. Mistakes were made. So be sure to stay until the end of the video. I've got my top 3 tricks for saving money on Vinted instead of wasting money on Vinted. Let's get started. The first thing I ever bought on Vinted was this super cute little dress. I do a full-on photo shoot with my daughter for Christmas every year, for her birthday every year, and now that she's started school, for the first day of school every year. And this was a birthday dress for her. Now I remember buying this because I had bought her Christmas dress just at H&M, and it was like 18 euros, and it really wasn't a very nice dress. So that's what forced me to look at secondhand things online, and I found Vinted. The dress cost 14 euros and 4 cents. And by the way, all of the prices I use in this video are going to be the total price that I paid, including shipping and everything. So 14 euros and 4 cents. Do I think that's a good value? It's not a ton, but you can find a ton of really cute little girls' dresses for absolutely nothing on Vinted. So I think I definitely should have made an offer and tried to save a few euros. I don't think I really knew that offers were a thing at the time though. And in the end, she had a really cute birthday dress. The next item I bought off Vinted was another item for my daughter, these little shoes. And she sort of put them on and said, "Oh, they're fine. They're not too small at all." But they were too small. Look at them. They're ridiculously small. The listing even said that they run small, but I didn't believe them, I guess. The shoes cost 11 euros and 94 cents. They are natural world, eco-friendly, 100% organic cotton, and I think I was a bit dazzled by the idea of getting her organic cotton shoes because I've kept an eye on Natural World shoes since then. It's still a brand that I really like for her, but I do feel like 11 euros and 94 cents for shoes in this condition was a bit too much. You can usually find basically brand new shoes from this brand for that price. So again, not a complete waste of money, but I should have maybe haggled a little bit more. Next up, we've got some skinny jeans. Now this is actually a purchase that I was very happy with, and I didn't feel like I had wasted any money at all. I got a lot of use out of these jeans. After my daughter was born, I was carrying a little bit more weight around the midsection, as one does. And none of my jeans fit anymore. There was a lot of muffin top happening. I was very upset about it. So I went in to an actual thrift store, grabbed a bunch of different pants, and tried to find some that fit. I found a pair that fit pretty well actually, and I was very happy with them. And then, once I started shopping on Vinted, I thought, oh, I wonder if that brand is on Vinted. And it was. There were thousands of pants. And so I got some jeans in the same size as the other ones, and they fit me perfectly well. They cost €4.64, so I would say a pretty good deal for skinny jeans that I got a lot of use out of. Next up, we have this lovely red dress for myself. I saw this on my recommended feed, and I was sort of drawn to the very 1940s aesthetic of it. It's something that I'm still very drawn towards, and so I just had to have it. Now, I do really like this dress, but basically I like it because I got lucky. I got lucky in that it's 100% cotton, really wonderful, lightweight summer dress. I don't have a ton of red in my wardrobe, but it is a nice warm red, and I do try and go towards warmer colors. I feel like it looks pretty good on me. And like I said, the style is just beautiful. I paid €7.24 for this one. That's about average for what I would pay for a nice summer dress. I do just kind of wish that it was like a nice brown instead of a nice red. But what can you do? The next thing that I got off of Vinted was a pair of work boots, and I can't show them to you because I've thrown them in the trash ages ago. We have a really big property. I work in the garden a lot. I'm like hiking around with the dog a lot. Boots, even if I buy them new from a shop, usually last me about 4 months before they're just full of holes and my shoes are very sad. So I got some off Vinted. It was €16.64 for the boots, which is more than I would probably spend now, because just like every other pair of boots, they really only lasted a few months. So now I'll keep an eye out for boots that are sort of under €10, around €7 generally, and I will buy them, and then the next time I have holes in the soles of my boots, I can just put on a new pair. The next thing that I bought off of Vinted was this summer bag. It is a nice bag. I've definitely used it a lot in the summertime. Not right now with my wool sweater. I remember this popped up on my recommended feed. It was quite inexpensive. I paid €4.09 for this one, and I just had to have it. It looks so nice and summery. Now, I've used it a lot, but if I could do it over again, I would have gotten something very similar, but a little bit more my style. I don't really have a lot of black in my wardrobe, so I don't really like the black speckles on here. And I think if I had just taken a moment to look at other bags, there's a million of these sort of straw bags on Vinted for around the same price, and it would have suited my wardrobe just a little bit better. The number 7 thing that I ever bought off of Vinted was these Adidas jogging hose. They are just capri pants, which isn't really a length that I find very useful. I'm generally either really cold or really hot. The gray isn't really my color. I wasn't super happy with this purchase, quite frankly. I remember the listing said that the material was cotton, and it's actually a cotton blend, cotton and elastin. So I wasn't very happy about that, and I started a search for actual cotton joggers, and I have a couple of pairs of those now. I paid €5 and 67 cents, so not a ton of money, but if I'm not wearing them, it's still money that I've wasted. Falling off of the hanger next, we have this t-shirt that says California since 1984, and I bought it for my birthday because I'm from California and I was born in 1984. I thought that it was going to be just sort of a big, comfy t-shirt, and when it arrived, I realized it's quite cropped, and I wasn't comfortable with that at all, quite frankly. So, again, my stomach was a bit bigger. I didn't really want to put it out on display for everyone. Blue isn't really my color. It wasn't my best to ever purchase. I think I bought it because the listing specifically said that it was 100% cotton, and I had just bought the stupid pants that were not 100% cotton. So I felt like, yes, this is probably the only cotton t-shirt that says California on it in all of Vinted, which isn't true at all. I could have gotten something that fits much better into my wardrobe and with my lifestyle. It was €4 and 9 cents, so not expensive at all, but again, if I'm not wearing it, then it's still a waste of money. The next item that I got off of Vinted, number 9, were these flip-flops. We were doing a lake vacation, and I felt like I really needed some good flip-flops. They were only €3 and 67 cents, so extremely inexpensive. But the brand Graceland is not the best quality. They started sort of falling apart almost immediately. I'm not a huge fan of the bling on top. It doesn't really suit my style or anything else in my wardrobe, so probably not the best purchase. And I've since realized that if I want some flip-flops and I pay €2 or €3 more, I'm gonna get something that lasts a few years, that goes with the rest of my wardrobe, and that I can really wear all the time. Last, but certainly not least, we have this little crop top from Mango. I love the material. I saw it on my recommended feed, and I just absolutely had to have it. It cost €7 and 34 cents, so not a huge investment for a little blouse like this. But if you've been paying attention, you might say to yourself, didn't you just say that you don't want a crop top? And also, that blue isn't really your color. And you would be exactly right. I checked the dates when I was preparing for this video, and I bought this crop top 2 weeks after I bought this crop top. Probably not my greatest purchase I've ever made. I've since really gotten to like this style. It looks great with like some high-waisted trousers, but at the time I didn't have any high-waisted trousers, so I couldn't really wear it very often. And now I'm looking on Vinted, I'm seeing a lot of very similar style, but in a white or something that I actually would wear quite often. So, yeah. What do you think was my best purchase when I first started using Vinted? And what do you think was my biggest waste of money? Let me know in the comments below. But that really takes me to my 3 tips about how you can save money instead of wasting money with Vinted. And tip number 1 is to be much more specific about what you want to buy. Be specific about the color scheme you want to go for. Be specific about what you're going to wear an item with, where you're going to wear that item to, specific about cut, about fabric. Just get very, very, very specific about what you really want, because otherwise you just kind of buy a lot of random nonsense. Now, the next thing I would say is to use your recommended feed as inspiration. It's totally normal to be scrolling through the recommended feed and think, oh, that's cute. Oh, that would look great on me. Oh, I would love something like that. But then you go back and you take a second look. If you've been recommended a wonderful red dress like this, you could say to yourself, okay, I really like the style of the shirt dress. Maybe I need to see if there's a different color out there for me, or if someone has listed one with the sizing so I can make sure that it's going to fit me perfectly. And my last tip for saving money on Vinted is to start asking for discounts. I just really didn't know that was a thing at the time, but you can usually ask for up to 40% off, and the worst thing that the seller can tell you is no. So go ahead and try and get a little bit better price. There is a 4th bonus tip. You'll notice that I bought 2 things for my daughter, 8 things for myself, and 0 things for my husband. So if you're like me and you're shopping for the whole family, try to avoid the urge to just buy a million things for yourself and nothing for your loved ones. If you want to see if I've been able to take my own advice, check out this video